Hey guys, it is currently 2:37 in the morning on day 17, but we're going to go ahead and talk about day 16 of NaNoWriMo. So I started out the morning by editing an August work in progress video. Yes, August. I'm very behind on those. I fell way behind in October especially, but slowly working on catching up. I do my editing on my tablet, my video editing, which is also where I write on the weekends and at this time in the morning. So I watched YouTube while the video exported, and then finally switched back and forth between Uncharted and writing every 5 or so minutes, once I could use my tablet again, which was around 1:20 in the morning or so, give or take. Things were relatively slow on day 16, just as a preface, I guess. There were a lot of times where sometimes my 5 minutes between writing and gaming, because I do one for 5 minutes and I do the other for 5 minutes. When I game, I can either stand up or sit all the way back in my chair on a heating pad. When I write, I cannot. So sometimes I would use my 5 minutes of writing to actually just sit back or stretch or something like that, because I was in a considerable amount of pain. And I also switched glasses yesterday. I've had these since I've had my other ones, but I don't wear them very often because I can see the pink out of the corner of my eye, and it disorients my vision just a little bit. I'll get used to it in time, but I haven't gotten there yet. But my other glasses are very, very uneven back here now, and they're uneven when they're folded because one of the bows is, well, bowed out. So they don't sit well on my face, and they rest closer to here, unless I push them up and keep them up at all times. So, like, when I lean forward or lean my head down, they slide down. And that's also a little disorienting, so that also helped slow me down a little bit, or contributed to slowing me down. But I started with Killer in Training Book 2, which I'm currently calling Graham now, because Feckenhauer, which is the name of the first book, is his last name. It's Freddie Feckenhauer. And Graham is his grandpa's name and his father's name, their last names. And I think that it makes sense for each book to be named after his last name, and although his last name is still Feckenhauer, he lives with his grandpa at the moment. That's all I can say without any spoilers. But I added 252 words there, and again, anytime that I talk about Graham, it's Killer in Training Book 2. 264 on Voice of the Wild Places Z. I took a break here to rinse out my coffee cup, wash my face, brush my teeth, etc., because that's when my no more food or drink alarm goes off. Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter was 254. I edited one chapter of TLA, which was 2,498 words. I did a little bit of research, which was 264. I started researching something on Wikipedia because it's listed. I have an entire list of things on Wikipedia, by the way, that is a list of monsters and supernatural things and paranormal things and so on and so forth. And one of them is, it begins with an A, but it's a word that I've heard of before. Basically, they have no heads and their facial features are in their chest. And I was taking notes on it, and I was like, none of this is monster related at all. It was about, like, priests or people who defied their religion or something, and then at the very bottom of the article there's one paragraph that's like, oh, also, here's the monster that you clicked on this article for. And it was just one paragraph of what they were, which is no head, facial features, and chest. And I was like, why put it on the list if that's the only part in the article? So I had typed up over like 200 words of the original research, and then deleted it all and just wrote that part. But I was glad that I looked and scrolled to the bottom before I continued taking notes, because I was like, what about this makes them monsters? When are we going to get to the monster part of this research? But that was 264 words, counting the ones that I deleted and counting the final ones. Untitled Mysteries, 362. ABC Killer, 286. Thundering Hooves, 276. TE, 342. TFL, 172. The Murder of the Dixons, 156. Beatings from a Butcher, 196. Photographs and Memories, 182. Books and Badges, 216, and PRV, 122. With each book given 5 minutes for the day, I finally switched to longer sessions to get more done on specific books. PRV, I wrote another 496 there. Graham, 196. Z, 136. Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter 268, Untitled Mysteries 200. I edited Nano Day 15's video and headed to bed a little after 9:35. I didn't get back into writing again until well after 9 o'clock p.m. And I only wrote 726 words in ABC Killer after that, which means that I ended the day with 5,366 words for the day, which is behind where I should be ideally each day, but that's fine because I still have a 2,788 buffer zone. That buffer zone is going to keep me going on days that are slower, and that's fine. But that's all that I have for day 16. I hope your day 16 went well. I hope that your whole month has been going well. I hope it continues to go well. We're coming in on the end here of Nano. I mean, I know right now we're technically just a little past the midpoint, but this month flies by, so we're getting there. But that's all that I have for day 16. So, as per usual, if you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Nano, anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.